5:39 here on your Wednesday morning. I mean, I got to give a shout out to our job because we have some new pumpkin spice coffee and it actually tastes good. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the coffee is a hit or miss here, but this is really good.
It's still pumpkin spice season for me. I know you're in full peppermint mocha mode. But
This is true. Now, I usually don't like the peppermint spice flavor, but what I'll do, I did this the other day because I forgot I don't like peppermint spice flavor. I made a cup of coffee, I took a sip of it, I was like, but I just let it sit there and smelled it because it smells really good.
It does.
But yeah, we are going to be looking at hot coffee this morning as opposed to iced coffee because we've got temperatures in the 50s across central Georgia for the most part. 53 in Macon, 54 in Warner Robins at this hour. Looking at 52 in Dublin, 51 in Perry, so borderline 40s. Also looking at some fog this morning in and around the Eastman area. Visibility down to about a half mile, 4 miles there in Milledgeville. Otherwise, should be pretty good across central Georgia. Now, we are quiet in central Georgia. That is not rainfall, but once you work your way back out over towards Pike County, Lamar County, over into Meriwether and Troup County, those are a few showers out there. And those are going to stay out there, continue to lift towards the metro Atlanta area. We should be dry in central Georgia this morning. This is all part of a larger system you can see here over western Tennessee, northern Mississippi, even into northern Alabama. That's going to continue to lift towards the north and east into Kentucky, and we've got clear skies behind that. So we're going to be looking at clouds today from that system, but not so much in the way of rainfall. 60s by about 11 a.m., 70s later on this afternoon. I'm going with a high temperature of about 78 here in central Georgia, cooling back down off into the 50s tomorrow morning, and then roughly the same for Thursday afternoon, back into the 70s, and copy and paste that forecast onto Friday as well. 50s in the morning, wind out of the northeast, some clouds for the afternoon, temperatures down into the 70s for Friday night. Yet another fantastic football Friday night for us here in central Georgia. Now, that is a cold front coming across the Mississippi River, probably going to pose a severe weather threat out there, but that's going to fall apart as it moves towards central Georgia. We could see some rain in here on Sunday is the thinking, maybe a little bit on Saturday closer to the Savannah River, but on Sunday, that would actually be Atlantic moisture, not from that front, but then whatever we do see clearing out on Monday. Now, we do have two named storms in the Atlantic right now. It is the last month of hurricane season. We do have Tropical Storm Lisa. That is just shy of hurricane status, expected to be there here in the next few hours, also making landfall in Belize today before weakening down to a tropical storm. Also yesterday we had Tropical Storm Martin form. This is over the north central Atlantic. That's going to continue moving towards the east northeast, do a little loop up there in the Atlantic and say hello to England as it passes by to the north. Not a concern for us. But as I mentioned, this is the last month of hurricane season, November 2nd. So we are on the downhill swing almost to the very end with Martin being named. That is 13 named storms so far this season. 78 the high today. Our average high is 73, so about 5 degrees above that. A mix of sun and clouds. Winds out of the northeast at about 5 miles an hour. Sunrise at 7:53 this morning. The all-important Tennessee-Georgia forecast. Weather could become a factor in this game. We are looking at overcast skies, likely humid, maybe a small sprinkle chance once we get later into the night. Sunset is at 6:37 up there in Athens on Saturday. Also Saturday night, don't forget to set your clocks back. Maybe a better rain chance there on Sunday. I've got it at 20% for now. And of course, Election Day comes your way on Tuesday. Expect a high of about 79.